Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Talk about our alma mater, the number one team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats. And going into the year in the Pac-12, I think people thought it was wide open, myself included. I just didn't think Arizona would be this good at all, not even just this quickly. I didn't think they'd be this good at all this year. But Tommy Lloyd's done a great job. He's added some transfers with some athleticism, defensive-minded guys like Keyshawn Johnson. Caleb Love has been really good, really good. And I got to give him my props. As hard as it was for John Henson and myself to watch him a year ago in Carolina Blue, because I just didn't think he played like he should have. I didn't. I had higher expectations for him. And I felt like he didn't guard a high level last year. This year he's guarding. Josh, are you willing to say that this Arizona team going into the Purdue game Saturday in Indy is the best team in the country?
Absolutely. There's no denying that, Jeff. I think Arizona is the best team in the country. Um, I think they're really, really good. Look, it's a lot of games to be played, and this game versus Saturday versus Purdue is probably the game of the year to this point. I mean, we could see these two teams competing for the national championship later on in early April. And whoever wins this game probably has the upper hand on getting the number one overall seed in the tournament. That all being said, I think if Arizona gets past this game, which is going to be a semi-home game for Purdue, they have a real chance because they still got Alabama and they still got playing Florida Atlantic and Vegas. I think Alabama is in either Phoenix or San Diego, but they get past those games and really getting past this Purdue game. I'm not saying they're going undefeated all the way, but what I'm saying is literally every game they play, they are going to be favored to win and more talented than every team they step on the floor, probably head and shoulders above everybody they play once they get past this Purdue game. And so I mean, look, they're averaging over 90 points a game. They're like plus 16 or plus 18 on the glass. I mean, they're just smashing teams on the glass. They move the ball. Tommy Lloyd has done such a great job in his third. I mean, this is his third year. He's already won National Coach of the Year. I mean, he's on pace to be the winningest coach in the history of college basketball, as much as the guy's won in his first 3 years. They are really, really good. Caleb Love's playing at a high level. I think their X factor is Keyshawn Johnson, the transfer from San Diego State, Jeff. What he can do defensively, because he's so multidimensional on both sides of the ball, but he can switch 1 through 5 on the defensive side. I don't think people talk enough about Pelle Larsson. Like, he's older and he's really good. So they've got really good guards. They're tough. They're physical. They play downhill. They're so good in transition. And let me just say this. What they did against Wisconsin, who was playing as well as anybody in the country, to score in the upper 90s against Wisconsin, known as one of the best defensive teams, and Wisconsin was coming into that game as one of the best teams on the glass on both sides of the ball. Arizona just destroyed them in both those areas. It just shows you how powerful and how good Arizona is. This is a monster game on Saturday. As much as people are going to be talking about the Zach Edey and Krivas and Ballo matchup, so much of it's going to come down to the guard play on who wins that part of the matchups. And I think the X factors could be Arizona's Keyshawn Johnson at the 4. I just think that's a big X factor for them.
They're athletic, John. They're athletic, and
Yeah.
Purdue is not the most athletic team in the world. Can Arizona go to Indy, where it's going to be a pro Purdue crowd, and come away with the win?
I think because it might be a pro Purdue crowd that Arizona is going to win, maybe not as much as it would be neutral at home. I just think matchup wise, from the guard play, obviously Zach Edey is who he is, but I think they could put Edey into a blender, man, run the ball, get him moving up and down the court, and kind of make him a non-factor. And then, like, how does it sound? Caleb Love, the leading scorer on the number 1 team in the country with career efficiency across the board. Like, this is.
Are you okay with that? Wait. Are you okay with that, John?
I love it, man, because you know what? He went through that fire. He took that on his shoulders, man, and he's came out on the other side. And Coach Lloyd, I was listening to a podcast today, and Coach Lloyd loves him. He's like, I haven't seen any of the stories that they say. He's done everything we've asked of him. So I love what he's doing. Essentially, the best player on the number one team in the country shows you what Carolina had in their stable last year. So I'm glad it's working out for him from a perspective of a player. He's a good kid. Um, I do think Arizona wins this game. I think it's going to be close, but I don't think Purdue at the moment can do much with them.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.